Mr. Speaker, members of the Association of Manitoba Municipalities have been calling on this government for years to end the practice of charging PST on items that municipalities purchase, like equipment, insurance, electricity. But instead of listening to municipalities, instead of helping municipalities as much as they could, this NDP government downloads programs and ties up municipal resources with short strings. I ask the Premier, will the NDP government end the practice of charging PST on items purchased by municipalities?
It was an honor to be with the Association of Manitoba Municipalities yesterday for the Bear Pit session, a meeting with their executive, to have that low-key debate that we had in the afternoon, Mr. Speaker, and to spend the evening with them as well when they handed out a Lifetime Achievement Award. Mr. Speaker, what we have said to the Association of Manitoba Municipalities, and that includes our major cities as well as our municipalities all across the province, is that one political party is telling you that they will reduce the PST by $25 million. Right. And what we are saying is we're going to provide you with money to build infrastructure, to build roads, to build sewer and water, to build strategic infrastructure that will make a gigantic difference. For every dollar that the Liberals are promising in PST rebate, we are investing $4 in roads and infrastructure, which will build those communities and create jobs right in the regions where they live. And that infrastructure program has been proven to be very successful in this province because, having implemented it, Mr. Speaker, we now have the lowest unemployment rate in the country and the best job creation rate in the country.
Mr. Speaker, the Premier hasn't been listening. Liberals will make sure that all of that extra money from raising the PST will actually go to municipal infrastructure instead of putting strings on municipalities. Mr. Speaker, when this NDP government makes a big fanfare every time they give any money to municipalities, they follow it up by taxing back a significant proportion of the money by imposing a PST on municipal purchases. A PST this NDP government unilaterally hiked in 2013. When will the NDP government end the practice of charging PST on municipal purchases?
Speaker, we committed yesterday to a very important initiative that we started with the municipalities, and that initiative is to increase the amount of funding available to them to $325 million over the next 5 years. Mr. Speaker. And that will include a recreation fund, because we've heard from many communities they want different recreation facilities, multiplexes, skating rinks. Every community has their own specific idea there. We put in place a municipal airport program, which has been called for many years by the members of the municipalities. That airport program will allow them to have life-saving flights land there, including the STARS service, Mr. Speaker. We included additional money for large wastewater treatment plants to give them healthy sewage treatment, Mr. Speaker, protect their land. Those are very concrete commitments which create higher quality of life for those people, which create good jobs for the people in that area. And I can only remind the leader, the member from River Heights, that he voted against that, Mr. Speaker. He voted against that infrastructure program, which has allowed Manitoba to have the lowest unemployment rate in the country.
Mr. Speaker, the NDP are forever putting strings on the money that's given to municipalities. But municipalities have been asking the province for a better deal on their ability to purchase municipal necessities like equipment, insurance, and internet services. The AMM has been asking the government for many years for this. The NDP may not be listening to municipalities, but Liberals are. Liberals will phase out the PST on these items for municipalities by providing a rebate for the PST they've been charged. Will the NDP government follow the Liberal lead and give municipalities a break by providing a rebate on the PST they pay for municipal services?
The Liberal plan is to give $450 million of corporate giveaways to the largest corporations in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker. That will leave them no money for infrastructure. That will leave them no money for schools. That will leave them no money for health care. That will leave them no money for emergency protection in those communities, Mr. Speaker. That is not the way forward, Mr. Speaker. At this time in our economic and political history, everybody around the world is saying invest in infrastructure, keep the economy growing, provide jobs for people. That provides jobs right now. It ensures that we have infrastructure in place that will make the economy more productive and more prosperous in the future. That's how we're going to lift out of this global recession. And the member opposite is doing the exact opposite of what every economist around the world is saying is the preferred policy. He wants a program of aggressive tax cuts for those that least need it in the large corporations, and that will not build the jobs that we need for young people in Manitoba and the jobs that we need for the country, and quite frankly, the jobs we need all around the planet, Mr. Speaker. It's a bad plan that leads downward, not upwards. It doesn't lift people up. Our objective is to lift all Manitobans up with the lowest unemployment rate, the best job creation rate, good skills, and good education, and good health care, Mr. Speaker.